All right, we are live.
Yay!
Welcome, everybody. Yes, hopefully, I think we're live. That's the plan, at least.
Yeah, I can see us on.
You can see us on
laptop.
on the laptop. Awesome. All right, here we go. Hopefully, Bonnie will join us. Oh, there she is.
Yeah, I can see us on.
You can see us on the laptop. Awesome. Oh, you got to turn off your volume on your Facebook page or your YouTube. I think we'll get feedback. Hey, Guten Jardening. Welcome to the show. So tonight I have in the middle Slava from Kitchen Garden Therapy, and on the right, your left, my right, no, we're all our rights, I don't know, Artist in the Garden, Bonnie.
Hi.
Hey, welcome. So this is fun. This is my first time doing like a never mind, I won't say what I was going to say. I was like, okay, no, it's gonna be that kind of night, I guess. All right. So what's everyone drinking? I have a very it's floating in the in my drink.
I don't have very interesting water.
It's the same color. Cheers. So
Same
yeah,
color.
raspberry, strawberry iced tea.
Mine's red squirty fruit juice of some
Nothing
kind.
in it, I promise.
Right.
No. That's not a good idea for going live. I don't think so. No. Okay. Oh, so my you know what? Maybe I'll wait on the surprise. So yeah, this week in the garden, I'm struggling with earwigs. Are you having any earwig pests or nasty?
I was so happy that we were so dry for so long because I didn't have any earwigs. We had no slugs, like snails. And then how many days of rain have we had? Like 4 days of rain, and yeah, they've all definitely shown up. The earwigs, you can see the damage on all the lower leaves, which I'm kind of okay with, but some of the snails, the slugs, and the cucumber beetles, the little black and yellow beetles that go on all the squash flowers are all blooming, and every day I'm out there picking them off and squishing them and all sorts of stuff like that with them.
Yeah, I'm struggling with the earwigs right now, and everyone's like, "Oh, use diatomaceous earth or bait or this or that," and it's like we've had so much rain. We've had so much rain. Yeah. So I do want to go and to try the trap thing. I tried it with like a beer bottle, and I caught like 2. And I'm like, I don't think I had enough beer in the beer bottle, or else they're picky and they don't I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they want like an IPA or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they didn't like the kind of beer you were using.
I guess not. Maybe I'll go for some.
You gotta get that really strong, stinky stuff. Maybe try some of that. That nobody drinks anyways.
No.
I have a ton of slugs in the garden too. They're everywhere.
Kiki.
Hey.
Hey, Wicked Awesome. How are you feeling? Any better?
Oh yeah, you were sick.
She's sick. She's got asthma, whatever, all that. Yeah, the Japanese beetles. Now, last year was the first year I really I've had them before, but not bad. Last year I had a ton of them, but for some reason they were only on my evening primrose.
Oh, I have some. I noticed today on the raspberries, and we have raspberries growing everywhere. And I'm thinking, well, if they're going to be the host plant for them, they can have all the raspberry plants they want, but I'm worried that they're going to get into like the zinnias and the sunflowers, and I don't know what to do.
That's the thing is they went on my evening primrose, and my evening primrose was touching my hibiscus and my canna lilies, which they're supposed to love. And I never once saw a single Japanese beetle on either one of them. I never saw it on anything else besides my evening primrose. And that thing still bloomed like crazy. It wasn't like it even bothered it.
Right. I guess it just, if you're trying to put them into some arrangements and that, and they eat holes in your petals or your flowers, then
I didn't even really know what evening primrose were. It was just one of those things. My husband bought a bunch of seeds at a dollar store last year because it was the only place we could buy seeds in the spring.
Right, yeah.
So I had like zinnias, cosmos, and I didn't even really know what evening primrose were going to look like or what. So I grew them, and I was just like, oh. But then once they were full of bugs, but the bugs didn't bother anything else. So it was like a trap top.
Yeah.
Oriental.
Well, if they stay on the one
not the
plant, then yeah.
Got the same. They're the kind of like, they're pretty though. I'll give them that. They're like green, iridescent, kind of shiny.
Oh, wow.
They're actually kind of a pretty beetle, but.
Oh, the Japanese beetle. Yeah, they're beautiful. Until they start eating holes in your flowers.
They love raspberries. So do I.
Raspberries, yeah. The beetles love yes. They are all over the raspberries and they're eating the leaves. I haven't seen them on the actual flowers or the start of the fruit, but there are some, and there's tons of leaves on the raspberry bushes. So go for it. They can have all that.
Okay, they're different. Well, you would know. You are the bug pest lady this year. The queen of garden pests, Kiki. Yeah, unfortunately. Poor thing. Yeah, so I lost
the ladybugs.
Yeah. And I'm all right with the spiders. I'm like, bring it on, spiders. I'm okay. Yep.
Yeah, I have snakes. There are garter snakes. I saw another one today in the garden.
You're lucky.
And it's not my thing. I don't care if they're this big or to me they're all anacondas. I can't handle the snakes.
I mean, I'll admit if like I'm gardening and a snake comes out, anything jumps out and I'm not expecting it, I will scream. Yeah, right. But
yeah. Well, the story you said about the neighbor. The neighbor had a snake in their backyard. You thought somebody was being murdered. I'm sure my neighbors have thought the same thing. Why is she in the garden yelling at her garden?
Oh yeah, she was screaming and banging like she had a shovel, and I was like, "What is going on?" Yeah, it was this like a tiny little snake. She was freaking out, but yeah, bugs. Okay, so I know how to get the comment on the screen. I don't know how to get it off the screen unless I just click on another comment. Apparently,
I just figured out how to see the comments on the side now.
There you go. So this is my first time using StreamYard, so I'm like trying out all the
the first threesome.
My first threesome. There we go. Oh, I got a ticker going. Oh yeah.
Oh, look at you're all fancy.
I'm so fancy tonight. Yes. So, anyways, oh yeah, people feel free to drop your link in the chat if you want. And if you're not able to, just let everyone know if you have a YouTube channel. I mean, everyone right in here right now, we all know each other and we all follow each other, I believe. So that's right. Okay, so my surprise for Slava. Okay, so my husband picked up some sausages. Yeah, drum roll. My husband picked up some sausages at Costco the other day, and he was doing them on the smoker. And he's like, "Do we have any pierogies to go with these?" And I was like, "No." I had made some last year and had them in the freezer. No. So I said, well, you know what? I'm going to go to Canadian Tire. I'll grab some. So I'm at the pierogi section of the Polish grocery store, which means they have like this freezer full of like 50 million kinds of pierogi. And I saw these and I was like, Slava! Oh, you can't see on this screen. Oh no. I got to put Oh, this is spooky. It's like ghost pierogies.
Oh. There you go. Cherry pierogies.
Oh, I love those.
Oh,
they are so good. My daughter didn't like them. They were too sour.
They're supposed to be because they're made with sour cherries.
I know. Yeah. Only mods can drop links. Oh. All right. Anyone want to be a mod? I've never been a mod in a chat yet either too. I just kind of hang out and make random snarky comments. So yeah, it was really good. I just boiled them and then pan fried them in some butter. I think deep fried would be amazing.
Oh, deep fried with some icing sugar on them.
Deep fried pierogies.
There are deep fried pot stickers, so I'm sure pierogies would be good.
Well, like it would be like a donut, right? It would just be like a little filled donut thingy. So yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you, Arizona Kid. How do I make you a...
Now you have to figure out how to make him a mod.
I can show his thing and turn it off.
There we go.
They didn't cover this in the
tutorial.
In the tutorial I watched.
I think you have to click those three dots next to the comment, and it's supposed to say...
It just says put him in a timeout. I can put him in a timeout and I can...
No, not timeout.
Put him in a timeout.
Push my name on the message. I'm on a computer though. Oh well, everyone just has to behave themselves because I don't know how to add. I don't know how to add a moderator. Push my name on the message. I am. I'm pushing it and I'm clicking and the dots. No, sorry. All right, we'll do that another time. Hopefully we don't get anyone misbehaving. I do know how to block though. I do know how to block people. That's the important thing. So yeah, I had those with some ice cream for dinner and after, it was so good. But my daughter, yeah, she was like, it's too sour. But it took me back because my aunt used to have a sour cherry tree when I was a kid, and she used to can and make preserves and make cherry pies and everything.
Yeah, I love sour cherry. Like anything with sour cherries.
Yeah, I haven't had them. Honestly, I haven't had them in so long. But it took me back, that flavor. I was like,
My husband is Persian. He's from Iran.
oh,
They have this dish called albalu polo, which is rice with sour cherries. And I was like shocked. I'm like, rice with cherry? I mean, I understand if you bake something, if you make it sweet, okay, but come on, rice. But after I cooked it and I tried it, now I'm in love. I'm like, yes, please. I want
yeah. Well, it's like Moroccan food, It's like you got chicken, you got all the spices in there, and then they throw in, some grapes and plums and whatever. And I'm like,
yeah, I love making food with like combining meat and some kind of fruit, and it complements really well because fruits are usually sweet and sour. So
I'm gonna need a recipe for that. I'm gonna need the recipe for that. Although my daughter won't be happy about it.
We'll all come over and share.
Go get a snack, Danny. Go get a snack, and then Nicole, like everyone likes sour cherries. Yes, yes.
The only thing I don't like is their season is so short. Like if you don't pick them in 2 days, they're going to be either eaten by birds or on the floor.
Oh,
yeah.
You have to pick them as soon as possible.
That's a lot of pressure. Oh, I love Moroccan food. I love it. Well, I love any food, but
Me too.
I love all kinds of ethnic food. We cook all kinds of different foods here at the house. We'll have Greek one night, and then it's like a couple nights later we have Indian, and then we have Thai, and then we have Moroccan, and then
same here.
My fridge has so many little jars of sauces from every possible.
Yeah. All the condiments that go with it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
and spices. I have a huge collection with spices.
I have to have my, Korean, curry paste. It's sitting next to my oyster sauce, which is sitting next to, it's just. But yeah, you make sour cherry sorbet. Ooh. Oh, that sounds really good. Oh, you should do that for the cool summer dessert hashtag thingy that Gail and all of them are doing. Yeah. Okay, so who's done a video for that? Slava's done one. She did.
Yeah, last week. I made mango passion fruit and strawberry panna cotta.
That looked so good.
Yeah, it was good. Kids loved it, and I liked mango passion fruit more because it they're kind of sour too, both of them.
Yeah.
So it was really nice, and I like like sweet and sour desserts. I don't like if something is just sweet, like chocolate cake. I would rather have some sour fruit dessert, and it was good. We finished it like in a couple of days. They just disappeared.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's a hashtag video challenge. Yeah, Gail's Southern Living is putting it on with
also Yogi Hollow Farm and Granny Moreno.
And then, so if you go over there, Daz from Aussie Gardener just did a video I just watched today for.
Also, Blue's Food also did a video about it. I think she made some apple peach tart.
Let me see if I can find the YouTube video for it. I'm trying to see if I can get on my computer over here. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so Gail.
I think the hashtag is cool summer desserts. So if you put hashtag cool summer desserts in YouTube search bar, all of them should pop up. But I've never done it because.
Oh yeah, here's the playlist.
Oh, there's a playlist. Yeah.
There's a playlist. Okay, I'll see if I can copy that link over. Okay, my next comment. Okay, next my comment should be a carrot to push.
I don't see a carrot.
There's no carrot.
Maybe because we're in the StreamYard comments and not the YouTube comment.
Yeah,
Right.
I appreciate you trying so much, Arizona Kid, right now. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I can go into like the settings, but it doesn't really tell me how to add a mod. That was definitely not covered. It no. Ugh, sorry about that.
Sure, by the end of this live, you will figure it out.
Oh, and YouTube. But I'm on the StreamYard page. Yeah, I'm in StreamYard. Sorry, Arizona. So
I wonder if any of us can do that, or only you can do it.
well, but yeah, I don't know if you could do it if you're in the. No, I don't know. Well, I can kind of see us on this video here. This is the old one. And I don't see the other stream. And I'm afraid I'm just going to mess something up. So it's all right. We'll try it. Open the live on your phone and press the 3 dots. Okay. All right, we'll try this. Thank you, Kiki. So it's all right. Only I can do it. Okay. I've got the power. All right. So yeah, anyone else? I'm trying to decide what dessert to make. I'm like something kind of got to be cool, summery, barbecuey.
Mm-hmm. For me, summer equates fruits. So I'm like, if it's summer dessert, it has to be with fruits.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking of the rhubarb, but it's like I already did my rhubarb, and I don't have a whole lot left. But I guess that's more of like a spring dessert or something.
Yeah,
I'm definitely gonna have to check this link, but I haven't had a chance yet to watch it.
So I'm gonna go to my channel. I'm in the live. Can I log into my own live? I can. Okay. Oh, add a moderator.
Awesome. You did it.
Thank you. Thank you, Arizona. Thank you, Kiki. We did it. Yay.
This is great.
Yeah. He's blue. Yay.
I'm blue.
I'm going to start calling you Smurf. No. Peach. Oh, is that what you're going to do, Nikki? Nicole? Sorry, I called you Nikki. Sorry, Nicole.
Ooh,
Are you doing
cobbler.
peach cobbler? That sounds good. I'm definitely more of a crisp kind of a person. I'm not so much like pie. I don't like all the pie crust, doughy. I don't know. Like for me, for like rhubarb, I don't make a rhubarb pie. I make a rhubarb crisp because I want that crumbly bit.
Oh, like the granola, brown sugar, all that kind of goo on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold your crust. Give me all the crumble. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like baking in the summer because it makes the house hot. So I'm like reserving all my baking, all the pies and all the stuff for fall and winter. I'm not even doing my sourdough bread anymore. And this, like, I just froze some of my sourdough starter, and I'm like, oh no, in the summer, I'm not doing it. Only in the winter.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetie. Do you want to go back to the earwigs? The nasty, gross earwigs that does.
Yeah, we'll start talking about bugs again.
Where you see it's all rotting in the middle. Oh, no. Oh no, he has to turn the air conditioner. No, he's gonna turn his computer on. Oh, I love eating it.
Strawberry rhubarb coffee cake. Mmm.
I actually bought a bunch.
We're going over to Kiki's for breakfast.
Yeah, I'm on my way, Kiki. Get it started. Start it right now. And coffee. And I like my coffee strong and freshly ground.
Right.
Got plenty of time. It's gonna take me, like 6 hours to drive there anyway. Sorry, she's got time. She's got time to go get me some good coffee.
Road trip.
Road trip.
Yeah, you guys are kind of close. You're closer with her than any of us. I'm not sure where Bonnie's from. Where do you live?
She's like an hour from me. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, I'm 40 minutes north of Rachel.
Rochelle.
Okay, I didn't know.
I used to
why.
live in Brampton. I used to live across town from Rachel, but we moved. I guess we've been 10 years out of Brampton now.
Actually, I'll just correct you really quick. It's Rochelle, not Rachel, but that's all right. It's hard to read. It's okay.
I'm not
It's
sure.
kind of
if I
awkward.
can
It's like
even
you don't
pronounce
correct
it.
someone, and then it's like 3 years from now, she's still calling me Rachel, and she'll be like, "Why don't you just tell me?" So I'm telling you now.
Yeah.
It's Rochelle. Yes.
Rochelle.
Rochelle. Yes. She's gonna do her grandmother's fruit pudding. Ooh.
Fruit pudding. That sounds good.
Oh, that's what I do. Fresh ground in the French press. You got it going on, Kiki. I grew up on the West Coast, so I grew up on good strong coffee, right? So.
I like my coffee Italian way in the mocha pot. So I I buy Lavazza espresso.
Yeah.
I just put it in the mocha pot, and that's the best way for me.
I had one of those, and then I never used it because I don't know, it was tricky, and because I have a gas stove and it didn't fit on my burner properly.
Oh, I put it on the smallest size of the burner.
Yeah, but it just for some reason the grid on my burners, it was just always kind of a little scary. Oh, Duncan. Oh.
Oh no.
Well, and then I moved here, and it's like Tim's, and so I tried Tim's, and I was like,
Yeah.
no, thank you. No, I don't drink coffee out very often. If I do, it's a latte, or I get a nice fancy fun drink, but otherwise it's just at home. I don't like buy coffee out.
Yeah, fancy fun drink.
I'm hooked on Starbucks flat white. Like, for me, that's the best thing.
That's really good. And then at Christmas, I had their chestnut latte.
I never had it.
That was absolutely amazing. And I also really like their rose tea latte. And it smells amazing. And it's just like this rose tea rooibos in milk. And then they sprinkle it with dried rose petal sugar on top.
Oh, yum. I
It's
love
really-
everything rose.
It's so good. So actually I went to my local Asian market, Ample, and they have rose tea. It's black tea with rose.
Yum.
And I bought the whole box for $2. And I brew it up and I add a little bit of milk and sugar to it, and it tastes almost exactly the same. And it's a fraction of the price, and I can do it at home, and it smells amazing. And I have searched high and low for the dried petal sugar stuff to sprinkle on top. So I might have to make my own.
Yeah, I like everything rose, like rose petals I use in my dishes, and I always have a bottle of rose water.
I have rose water. Yeah, I have rose water. I like it for adding into the tea a little bit. I use it as a toner on my face. I love it. Yeah. Dunkin' Donuts on every corner in Boston. Yeah.
Oh, it's like our Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons is the Dunkin' Donuts.
Tim here. Oh, I'm clicking on everything. I'm a little click happy. All right. I love this Ethiopian blend made in Hudson Valley, and there's a nursery near me that sells this really fancy. That sounds nice. I usually just we kind of buy whatever's on sale at Costco, the beans. So I'm not super fancy. And it's got to be on sale. But yeah. Rosewater is amazing for everything. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Wicked Awesome Gardening, Danielle, I think it was on her Facebook page. And she posted this thing, and it's like, which kind of witch are you? And it's like garden witch and herb witch. And then it was like crafty witch or whatever. And it was like drinks rose tea and puts rose water in everything. Probably made the dress she's wearing, says, let's go sit in my garden. I'm like, check. I was like, I didn't even have to get to the other ones. I was laughing, especially at the rose water one. Oh yeah. Actually, I just bought some Rue Afsa. I'm probably totally slaughtering the name of that. but it is, I should go get the bottle. It is an Indian, well, it says it's made in Pakistan, but it's like the Indian refreshing drink. And it's this like red cordial syrup that's got a bunch of different botanicals in it and rose water. And it's got like coriander. It's got all kinds of stuff in it. And then you mix it with milk or sparkling water, or you add it into drinks or whatever. Okay, who was it that posted the link for the watermelon drink? She's in the group. Life is messy. Life is messy, but I'll find the link for it. So she showed this watermelon drink that she was making. And she like boiled some milk, and then she boiled some milk, and then she added in fresh rose water and watermelon juice and fresh chunks of watermelon, and then some sugar, and then this ruafsa as this like addition to the drink. And I was like, what is that? And that looks amazing. So I messaged my friend later that I'm like, what is this? And she goes, oh, it's a, because she just said the name. She didn't show the bottle, right? She just showed it in the little measuring cup. So I messaged my friend like right after, like, what is this? And she goes, oh, it's a cordial type drink concentrate that you can get at the Indian grocery store. So I was like, all right. So the next day I went.
I'm like that too.
And some samosas, and I thought we'd give it a try. My daughter hated it. And so I mentioned to my friend, I said, oh yeah, when I got it and I tried it, she was like, oh yeah, I never liked it. I'm like, now you tell me. Now you tell me you don't like it. Because you're like, oh yeah, and she's telling me all about it. She didn't forget to tell me the part that she didn't like it, but I think she forgot who she was talking to. The person that will like literally go to the store and buy it the very next day to try it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's actually good that she didn't tell you she doesn't like it, because she gave you a chance to try.
She gave me a chance. Mm-hmm. It's messy, but oh gosh,
I would rather try it and then make my decision than just be talked out of it, you know.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I agree. I'm glad that she really didn't tell me that she didn't like it so much, but I just thought it was funny because I was like, okay, well.
Yeah, I need to make some crocodiles this summer. I have a ton of different herbs growing, like overflowing in the garden. I need to get to them and harvest while they're there, because months are just changing one after another. I thought I have
before all the pests and the slugs and the birds get them.
Yeah. And it's like half the summer is gone already. I'm like, oh my God, I better start doing something, preserving and drying some herbs, and because if I don't do it, it'll be gone. And then in the winter,
people are already ordering their seeds for next year and everything for fall gardening and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, wow, it's already that time of year already.
Yeah.
I was looking online trying to find some of the Crane series ornamental cabbage, and everyone's sold out.
Wow.
So, and I tried to get it in January and they were sold out, and then shipping was so bad or whatever. I thought, well, I'll start it in the summer and then I can have it for fall, whatever. No one's got it in.
Yeah.
Rosewater to your gin and
Nicole from Flower Hill Farm was talking about flowering kale. Is it like that?
Yeah. It's like the really pretty, it comes up into like a rosette. Laura at Garden Answer started some, and I was really bitter because she started them and I couldn't get my hands on the seeds.
Right. As soon as she starts anything, forget it. You can't order it anywhere.
Yeah, I tried to get some in the swaps last time. Okay, I'm trying that, Kiki, because you know me, I like my gin and tonic. That sounds delicious. Oh. Hi to Watson and good night. Night night, Watson. You go night nights. Sleepy sleep. Yeah, I'm trying to like find a list of people I'm subscribed to, but I'm just seeing like everyone I'm subscribed to's videos. And y'all are prolific. That's all I can say is y'all put out a lot of videos. Like it is hard to keep up some days. Oh my gosh. My work schedule is all over the place. We work construction. I work with my husband, and some weeks we're super busy. Other weeks we're not. And when we're not busy, it's easy to keep up. I'll play them on, have them going in the background and comment and everything. But then when I'm working and I come home and this and that, and then it's like I miss a couple of days, and I look back, I'm like, oh my goodness, there's so many videos that have been put out. Like,
Yeah.
People are just so busy. But it's great. I love seeing what everyone else is doing. A lot of us are in the same kind of zone-ish.
Mhm.
So our stuff's kind of ripening at the same time.
Yeah.
And then there's those people down in the south that make me a little bitter.
It's the zone envy. It's a real thing, you know, zone envy.
It's zone envy. It
Everybody
is.
else's stuff looks so good. Why is it mine doesn't look like that?
Yeah. Well, I think it was Lioncrest, and he was like, "So now that summer's almost over," which I'm like, "What do you mean summer's almost over?" And he meant like summer crops, right? Because his summer crops have been going for so long.
Right, right.
There was a bunch of us in the chat. We're like, "What do you mean it just started?" Like we haven't even had tomatoes yet. But he's in Texas, right? He's in like zone what was he, like zone 9 or 10 or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Zone envy.
Yeah, zone envy is a real thing.
I'm on live every first of the month for a giveaway. That sounds good. Yeah, I like the trying to keep it not too much, because I find it's too taxing for me. And like right now, content is harder in the summer, right? Because at this point, it's just a lot of maintenance. Like I will be getting into, starting a few new seeds, and then hopefully some cut flower videos will be coming soon. But yeah, right now it's like, I try to do, I at least like my main schedule is Sunday morning for a video. And then I try to do at least a couple shorts throughout the week. And then I'm doing the live every other week. I feel once a week is a bit much. Like it's a bit intense. Maybe I'll get there at some point, but hey, Paula and Randy, thanks for joining. So yes, they are in a zone 3. So they are probably heavy on you're zone 3, right, Paula and Randy? Yeah, they're heavy. They get zone envy. They understand.
Oh my.
Zone envy, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Play through yeah. I like to have it on like in the background. A lot of times I watch some videos on the TV because we have it set up with like the smart TV, so I can watch it in the living room on the big screen. And on those ones, I tend to watch the videos that I don't really comment on as much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I listen to a lot of videos when I'm doing gardening.
Yeah.
That's why I watch all of the stuff, but I comment only when I'm, have a chance to comment. And sometimes I forget, I come home from the garden and I'm like, which videos did I watch? So I can go back and I don't remember what it was about, So I'm like, what would I comment even if I don't remember?
I like the ones where it's like, very good, excellent, amazing, wonderful video. And I'm like, thank you, but did you even watch it?
Yeah.
Are you just commenting? Or I love the comments I get, especially over on Instagram. I'll get these, oh my God, your content is so incredible. Let's work together. And I'm like, it's not that great.
Right,
like,
right.
I know this is a spam, because I mean, I've seen the videos. They're all right. But yeah, I get a lot of those acting. Do you want help getting new subscribers? And
I started getting those too, and I'm like, why? Where you come from?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I posted a video about the snake in the garden. Oh, your video is so inspiring. I'm thinking, what? There was a snake in it.
Sometimes
it was inspiring.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy comments. People talk about all the hate comments and how to deal with all the negative comments. I'm like, I can't wait till I start getting negative comments. That's going to be exciting. I got my first thumbs down the other day, and it was, woo, yay!
You made it. So wow, that's commitment, Kiki, and that's probably why you're at 1,000 subscribers already. Because I do know every time I put out a video, I do gain a few more subscribers, and I'm trying to get to 300 by the end of the month. That's my goal. I'm at 241, so I got to put some pressure on. So I don't know. Try to get out. I'm aiming now for two videos a week if I can.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have a video coming up tomorrow morning. It's already scheduled. It's ready to go. And it's just a quick update on the front garden and what has not been pummeled by rain and has survived. And then I will be doing a pepper video soon. I know I talk a lot about my tomatoes, but it's because my peppers have just been kind of taking their sweet time. But they're starting now. They're putting out, quite a few of them have little peppers growing. So I'm going to be doing a pepper video, I'm doing quite a few different ones.
Mm-hmm.
I have like 3 videos ready, and I'm not sure if I want to put them. I'm like debating with myself. Do people want to watch that or not? I don't know. Maybe I should put a poll on Facebook. Like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Because I received some seeds. Remember Danielle from Wicked Awesome Gardening? She posted on her birthday how she went on Am I Gardener and did a seed
Oh
poll.
yeah, yeah.
The same day I went and did mine, of course. I had to.
I tried, and everything I put in my cart was out of stock.
Oh.
Oh.
No, I got like 50 different seeds, and a lot of those I wanted. I had on my wish list. They've had it, so I was happy. So I made an unboxing video of that, and I'm not sure if I should put it. I'm like, are people really interested in it or not?
I told my husband the other day, I said, we are so incredibly vicarious, our entire like generation of people, right?
Yeah.
No
And-
worries, Arizona kid. Thank you.
And I have another video of live plants unboxing. Like I received some medicinal plants from companionplants.com, and there was like 25 different plants. I just planted them out today, so I'm not sure if there are enough people interested in medicinal plants because regular gardening, you know, vegetables and fruits, everybody's growing them.
Yeah.
But medicinal plants, it's something else, you know, something different. So I don't
Well,
know.
you could teach us about it. That'll be good.
There's I'll send you the link. There's a Facebook group too for medicinal herbs as well that a local lady here in Toronto started up for like recipes and, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've been in a couple of groups because I went to Herbal Academy before a couple of years ago. So they have like a group for all of the students. So, but I didn't have a channel back then. Yeah.
Well, if you ask Lee nicely, she might let you post a few videos in there.
Okay.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah, that's true.
You okay? So oh no, not the pumpkin patch. They thought it was Thanksgiving early, apparently. Oh no.
Oh.
That's the one pest I don't have to worry about here is deer. We had one deer on the street years ago, and he just went running down the street and left. We're
late for the train.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is we have the train tracks right behind the house, right?
Yeah.
So we can get sometimes animals come down there. Rumor was there was a cougar. No, not a cougar. A coyote. A coyote.
Coyote.
Was that a cougar in Brampton?
No, coyote. Sorry.
Four-legged kind.
Yeah, yeah. We had one of those too.
Oh my!
Thank God
We have like in Chicago there are some coyotes walking around, but they never get to the yards because you know my yard is fenced, so we don't get any big animals.
We have
only bunnies
around
times.
town. And you'll hear stories now and then of people that like their dogs have gone missing along the trails. Like the city of Brampton has a lot of trails that run through the neighborhoods. There's some creeks that go through. So each creek kind of has a trail that follows it all the way from up where there's not very many houses all the way down to like Lake Ontario. And so sometimes these are, you know, animal pathways. So, you know, like we have the train track. So like in our backyard, we get raccoons, we get skunks, we get groundhogs, we used to have a fox that lived on the street that we used to see all the time. At the end of the street, we have 2 beavers that live in the ponds down there. There's muskrats, there's ducks, geese, there's a heron, a blue heron that lives down in that.
Oh, a heron. We had a heron at our pond the beginning of the week. And
we should send
I was watching it to say, I'm like, it better just be eating the snakes and the frogs. So I was kind of harassing it and, you know, shoo. We've got a golf course across the street and it has, you know, beautiful big ponds. Go fishing over there. The kids and I were in the pond and the heron was there. We didn't know it was there. It had attacked something or caught something. and the kids screamed at it, and it had the fish up in the air, and one of the kids scared it away, dropped the fish, and they went over to see what fish it was, and it was the yellow koi that I got for Mother's Day that we put in the pond, and it had gotten it, so we lost Nemo. We lost Nemo this week, in the pond from the heron. Yeah.
Too bad you didn't at least get it on video.
I know, right? Where's my camera? No. But I did get some video of the heron, so I'll be working on a video on
Your last night of
saying
work.
goodbye to Nemo.
Night, Kiki. Have fun.
Good night, Kiki. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for stopping by and helping me figure out the moderator thing.
Yeah.
Take care. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button on your way out.
Yeah, we're currently at 6.
Don't forget
but
to hit the
there's
like
9
button.
people. So 3
I'm
more
still
people.
watching and only 6 thumbs ups. What's going on?
Yeah.
I know so many times I forget, and then someone will say that in the chat. I'm like, oh yeah, right. Hey, Jazz, how's it going? We were talking. I mentioned your dessert that you made. If I show my daughter that, she's gonna go nuts. She'll probably want to make it with Tim Tams though, because I don't think we have any of those other desserts. The cookies that he used, they looked really good though. Do you guys have Tim Tams? Have you ever had Tim Tams?
No, I can't. Don't think I ever had Tim Tams. Tim
Tams by Arnaud's. They're an Australian chocolate biscuit cookie dessert bar thingy, and they are amazing. They're like my favorite little snacky cookie thing, and they go on sale sometimes, and I stock up. You can get them at Sobeys or Fortino's. They're either in the biscuit aisle or sometimes they can be in the international aisle. And apparently, my husband said he heard that Dollar Tree.
Oh.
So I was like,
Wow.
yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out because they're expensive. If they're not on sale, they're quite pricey for them, and I can't really justify it. So
I barely buy any desserts.
yeah, I don't.
I try to make it my own, and I figure if I'm lazy to make it, I should not eat it.
I do know how to do a Tim Tam slam. And I taught my daughter. So this is an Aussie thing. I went to Australia in 1998, I think it was. We went on a tour. So we toured through New Zealand, North and South Island, and then we flew into Sydney, and we went to Brisbane, and then up to Noosa Heads, and then back to Sydney, and it was about 3 weeks, I think. I won't say how old I was, but I was very young. It was an amazing trip. And when we were at the hotel, we met up with some local people, and they brought in a bunch of Tim Tams, and they had us do the Tim Tam Slam. So what you do is it's like this rectangular, I actually have some downstairs. Don't tell my daughter. It's this rectangular biscuit. And so you bite one corner off on one side, and then you bite the opposite corner a little bit. Right? And then you stick it in your coffee or your tea, and you suck up. And so the liquid comes up into the cookie, and then you have to shove the whole thing in your mouth before it dissolves. So it's just like,
wow.
Yeah. And so just like, make sure the coffee is not too hot. Make sure the coffee is not too hot.
Oh my goodness. I like dipping anything in the tea or coffee, so that's
if you tip it, you'll lose half of it in the cup. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you just kind of, you use it like a straw, and then but you have to have your hand under, and it's don't do it on a date. Don't.
Not date food.
Not date food. Don't do it's like ribs and chicken wings.
Well, it depends on what kind of date you're on. It might be a thing.
Not your first date. Yeah. Because if it is, then don't ever go out with them again. Yeah. All right. Paula wants to make a rhubarb cake with rhubarb from the garden. That sounds good. Are you doing it for the food challenge thingy? Oh, did I ever post a link to that? I posted a link, to the,
you did, in the beginning.
The playlist of it, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be good. I don't know what I don't know what I want to make. The only thing I usually make that's like no bake is tiramisu, but that's like very expensive.
I love tiramisu, and I like playing around with different flavors
Mm.
because the regular coffee tiramisu is kind of boring. So I like to experiment and just add. One time I made it with rose water, and it was so good, and pistachios. I think, yeah, pistachio and rose water tiramisu, and it was amazing. I loved
Oh
it.
my gosh.
Yeah.
That's no longer tiramisu though. That's like labna or whatever the
Well,
that's like
I still use ladyfingers, those
ladyfingers
cookies,
and the
and
mascarpone.
I
Yeah.
still use mascarpone cheese. So it was the same kind of thing, just
Yeah.
rose water flavored instead of coffee flavored.
Yeah. That's what I said. I commented on Daza, my Aussie garden and kitchen, his make. I was like, it's like an Aussie tiramisu because it's like the whipped cream and the cookies all mixed, kind of layered on in there, right? So it looks really good. Anything with whipping cream, and I'm there. Yeah, so I don't know if I do bake anything. I do in the summertime. If I bake, I will do it in my barbecue because it's gas barbecue. It's not any. How is it different than a gas oven, right? So I bake in there a lot.
Yeah.
I've done breads. I've done cookies. I've done cakes. I've done all kinds of stuff to keep the heat out.
Yeah.
That or I'll use the Actor Fry. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe I'll just do some deep fried.
We haven't had an oven since Christmas. We've been using the barbecue for everything.
Because I can deep fry outside. I'll do my summer dessert. Deep fried cherry pierogies. We have a burner outside that we can use for frying stuff, right? So that's what we usually, if we're doing any frying. Or it's got like a flat top. You can switch it out. So burgers, steaks. We try to keep as much outside. I have a dehydrator. And I'm thinking of maybe even putting that outside for the summer when it gets hot. You have to go read him a story, but hopefully he goes to sleep now. I hope she's talking about her kid. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm excited to do some maybe dehydrator videos once stuff starts coming in enough to actually dehydrate it.
What do you like dehydrating the most?
Mangoes.
Mango. Oh yeah.
I like dehydrating.
From your mango tree?
Yeah, from my mango tree. Yes, exactly. From my mango tree. Wink, wink. The store up the street that gets it for $9 for a box of mangoes, and we go to town. That's the problem when you buy the mangoes. You get a good deal on them, and then they're all ripe the same day.
All at the same time. Yeah.
And we can go through a lot of mangoes. Let me tell you. Like, we love mangoes, but I like. I like to dehydrate them, and I'll do like the mangoes and pineapple and bananas, and then we dip them in melted chocolate.
Wow, nice.
A little chocolate fondue.
I get my mangoes from Costco. The mangoes dipped in chocolate.
That's good. I like making those fruit roll-ups. So I just pureed the whatever fruit.
Well, the fruit leather, like the dehydrated fruit leather.
Yeah. And I have these sheets that you put on each level of the dehydrator. Yeah, and I just pour it. It takes longer, I noticed, than if you just put slices of the fruit. But it's okay.
Right.
It's so
So
good.
you just blend the fruit up in like a blender and make it into a
Yeah, it has to be fine.
not a sauce, but what
puree. Yeah, puree. It's like
puree. There it is.
And then you can taste it at that point. If you're using raspberries or something that's not super sweet, if you want at that point, you could add a little vanilla or a little cinnamon or honey or whatever. Just taste it at that point and then do the fruit leather. My daughter didn't really like the fruit leather too much. She liked the raspberry one. She hated the mango one.
I never made mango.
I used frozen mangoes, though, I think was the thing. She didn't like the frozen mangoes.
Yeah, I always use the summer berries like raspberry, blueberry, strawberry, and that kind of stuff.
That makes more sense, Danny. I was like, is she talking about, did she get another dog that she's got to read a story to? Not today, AZ. No. You can't see my background because I'm in my sewing room. And so my background right now is a very messy stack of fabric. That's all going like this because I've been sewing a lot lately. And it's very, very hard to stack knit fabrics neatly. No matter how you fold them, it's like, just picture it's like a bunch of sheets folded behind me. It's not exciting. So I'm just going to pretend like I'm at the beach. So, sorry. Maybe when I get to like my 1,000 subscribers. Oh, actually with StreamYard, I can do it from anywhere. Ooh, I could do it outside some night. But then I'd probably like or I could do it from the mountains, right? Oh!
Well, the Ontario Mountains.
outside
Those are
the
not
garden.
Ontario Mountains.
No, I'm in BC now. I traveled across the country. I'm in BC now. Yeah. Or I could be downtown.
Porcupine.
Yeah.
What do you think? Oh.
Or I could be being stung by a giant bee. You can't quite see the bee in the shot, can you? In the background here, I'm too proud. Yes. Well, I played around with these last time. I just kept adding pictures from my garden behind me. So, yeah. No, I would have to no. If I had to wait until they clean that up to where it was like internet ready, I would never do a live stream. Especially because it's summertime. I don't want to be out and about. And your daughter loves Tim Tams too. They're amazing. They're amazing. And they're very hard to find in the US because I was living in Oregon at the time when we went to we lost Bonnie.
Mm-hmm.
Bonnie, I'm gonna add you back. I don't know where she went. I can still see her sitting in the little waiting room. She's sitting there. But she's not on the screen.
Maybe her internet is having issues. Something happened.
I don't know. Bonnie, you there? Yeah, it looks like she's like buffering or something. All right. Well, we'll fill in without her. While we're waiting for Bonnie to come back and join us, why don't you show us what's behind you there, Slava?
A lot of small bottles. Let me see if you can see it.
Bonnie's back. Good.
Yeah. So I have some tinctures
Yeah,
that I make myself.
That's my internet, my rural internet.
Let's see if I can show you the whole thing. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I have some large bottles. Like I have some fire cider that I made a couple of months ago. Do you know what fire cider is?
I have no idea. I've never heard of fire cider. I want it.
This is the most popular herbalist thing that people do. So it's basically apple cider vinegar infused by really strong veggies and fruits. So you take apple cider vinegar and you put in there horseradish, peppers, onion, garlic, turmeric, ginger, all the goodies. Everything that's strong and has a lot of flavor. And you let it sit for 6 to 8 weeks. And then you drain it. And this amazing liquid, it's a great antiviral, antibiotic. Like
that will kill anything. That will kill anything. I can guarantee you right now.
It's so good for your immune system. Like it's a great stuff, and it's so pungent. But I like it. I like the taste of it.
I can't even imagine. Mm.
Yeah. So
you drink it, or do you put it on like your skin or something? You actually drink it.
You drink it, but you can use it instead of you can make it into a salad dressing, or you can just take a spoon of it in the morning. Like this is what we do every morning. We take a spoon of this, and it's a great preventative medicine.
Oh, it sounds like it. I take mine in capsule form.
Yeah.
No, it sounds like it. It was when in 1996 we went on another tour to Europe, and we ended up going to Hungary. And I ended up getting really sick for some reason. I picked something up on the plane. I don't know what it was. I was like throwing up for days on this trip. It was a nightmare. And someone brought me this tincture from Hungary, and it came in this jar. And it was this really weird looking little kind of it looked like almost like just like a round ball. It had a cross on it. And it was this like medicinal liqueur that had, I don't know what in it, because I couldn't read the label. And they're like, here, try this. Oh my God. I was like, this will kill anything. It was so incredibly strong. Like it was, oh my God. That trip, I was 18. And so I went from the States, right? So you can't drink until you're 21. And everywhere you go, yeah, and you're not, well, you're over here in these countries and they're like, oh, don't drink the water. Don't drink the water. So you can't drink the water. And every meal you sit down, they bring you so much alcohol. Like in Hungary, we're in Budapest, and it's like you sit down and it's like there's shots. They're doing shots as you walk into the restaurant of like their pear brandy and their whatever. And this stuff is like moonshine. Like it is so strong. And oh yeah, it was like, whoo. I don't know how I caught a virus. Well, I caught it on the flight on the way over. But yeah, I think I probably could have been sick a lot longer if it hadn't been for all the alcohol I drank on the trip.
Yeah, that's how in my country is.
A different wine with every meal.
People
yeah.
just,
every course they had a different wine.
If you have guests,
oh no,
you're obligated to make them drunk.
Yes.
That's like the cultural stuff, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, and in my country, everybody's using herbal medicine. Like it's so common that you're not even thinking about it. You know, as soon as you get sick, something's going on. Everybody has few bottles of tinctures they made or they share with each other. Like my mom, I grew up watching my mom always doing something. Like we would go in the field and pick some herbs, or we would go to the forest, or even in our own yard. You know, we always had some medicinal herbs growing. So it was so common for me that when I came to States and I noticed people are, you know, the maximum people do is just use some supplements, but that's all. Like they don't do as much tea as I was used to, you know. And so I started slowly like learning about what's going on here, you know, what the herbs are, and trying to like translate and see which one is which, because the names are completely different. And with few years, I got, I think, enough for our family. I hope we don't need to use them though, you know. It's always like that. I make it just in case, but I'm hoping I don't need it. Like,
yeah, it's good to have it on hand.
Yeah. And
I grew up, my parents were into, a lot of all natural. We always had supplements and stuff in the pantry for different things, and home remedies for stuff, for sure. My grandmother was using stevia in her iced tea in the 80s, so like...
Wow.
Yeah, it was like, I grew up with that stuff all the time, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Most of these things I made last year during the quarantine because I had a lot of time. There was nothing to do. So I did a lot of them. This year I just started to make some from the herbs that are currently growing. I try to make it with fresh herb because that's the best. When the herb is fresh, you just that's its best state, so you have to use it right away. That's when it has all the properties. Of course, I dry herbs as well, and I have a ton of dry herbs, but I use those in tea. So I make different tea blends, and so dry herbs have their own place, but I don't store them here because there is not enough room. I have a separate place.
Oh, now we got to go see your tea room next time. We want to see the tea room.
Next time, yeah. I keep them in the basement together with all my canning stuff, yeah. So here is just like all the liquids, all the little tiny bottles. And they're so cute. I just like to like watch them. That's why I keep them in my bedroom. So my bed is here.
I would do it just for the tiny bottles. Mm-hmm. I love miniature tiny stuff.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. When I saw them in the store, like I was in some arts and crafts store and I saw these bottles and I'm like, I need to make some tinctures.
Oh yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I also keep my I don't know what these tins are for, but I keep my seeds in them.
Oh, that's super cute.
I
I like
think
that.
they're meant for
Body butters,
yeah,
creams,
body
stuff like
butter,
that. Yeah.
cream. Yeah, but I just keep my
Salves.
seeds.
Salves. I have a hard time with that word. Is it
Salves.
salves?
Salves, yeah.
Salves? Yeah.
I make some salves once in a while. Like in the winter time, I do it.
I want you with the ugly calendula.
I have actually the one I made a couple months ago was the calendula one because my daughter had some skin rash. I don't know. It was something like eczema. I
Yeah.
never went. I never took her to doctor. I just made calendula salve and I made her apply it every day, and it went away. So I figured it worked.
Yeah. Okay, one of y'all is getting abducted by aliens. Do you hear that? Do you hear that noise?
Yeah, we heard it.
What is that?
I don't know.
Is that you, Bonnie? Are you there? Is Bonnie still there?
I don't hear it.
Am I
I
the
don't
only one
hear
hearing
it.
this weird noise?
No.
Maybe it's in my room. I don't. Oh. You don't see me again. Call. Ripping paper. Yeah, I don't know. That's really weird.
Where's Gizmo? Is he there or he's sleeping?
Oh, he's probably passed out in his bed in the living room. Maybe maybe I'll have the kid bring him up in a bit if he has to get up. I hate to wake him up, poor little guy.
Did he get his tomatoes today?
It was pouring down rain. We didn't even go out.
Oh.
That's so funny that he likes tomatoes. I mean, I've never seen a dog liking tomatoes.
Oh, he's obsessed. And it's funny because it was ever since he was little, like the first year we had him. So I got him in 2006 was the year he was born. So that year I did my tomatoes, my cherry tomatoes in the ground. He kept stealing them, and then he was like knocking into the plants, trying to get them down. So that's why I started putting him in pots ever since then. I had to put him in pots just to keep him from crushing the plants. Like I don't mind him stealing some because he's not very tall. He can't take very many, but I don't want him destroying the plants because he destroyed the ground cherry last year because was able to get in underneath it, and he actually trampled the plant in trying to find the ground cherries.
Oh.
And he loved the cucamelons as well last year. He went nuts for all of that. Yeah, the only thing he doesn't like, I mean, he loves vegetables, carrots. When I'm chopping vegetables in the kitchen, I'll toss him, different things. The only thing he hates are peas. Hates peas.
Wow.
Won't even. I tried fresh peas from the garden. I'm like, oh, you gotta light it. I'm fresh pea. Spit it right out. He'll try to sneak in the house, so I'll go to open the door to let him back in, and he's standing at the other side of the door, and he's like this.
With a tomato.
And I can see red. I see red in there, and he's just like. I'm like, you're not coming in the house with a tomato because when you bite into it, it squirts because your mouth is so small you can't.
Yeah.
Even the cherry tomatoes, he's tiny. Yeah, he was trying to sneak it in the house. I'm like, no. Yeah. Yeah, those are a nice way to store your seeds. I store like the seeds that I get, like that I buy, I just keep them in whatever they come in, the paper packages, right?
Yeah, me too.
And then I started last year storing them by, I organized them by what I was seeing red. And I did see red. Oh, see, I'm referring to comments, and then I pop it up. I have not made a video. Does anyone have a video? Did you make a video of your salve? I know Laura on Garden Answer made a video. I want to do it. But I haven't tried them yet because I'm growing two different kinds of calendula. Well, it's a mix. It's called Flashback Series, right? And some of them are like bright yellow, and I'm not a big fan of the color. And then the others are like this kind of buttery, creamy, really pretty color. So I'm going to use the ugly colored ones for the salve. Keep the pretty ones for in the garden and my flowers.
Yeah.
And they're probably the best ones anyways.
Yes, true to their breed, Yeah. The ones that have been bred too much, they lose their properties. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's probably with my like vanilla marigolds. I knew they probably wouldn't do much because they're, so crossed, but I don't like regular marigolds. I don't like that like golden roddy yellow color.
This is how I store my
Thank you, Arizona Kid, for popping by. And I will make sure I put on my on my calendar. He's going to start going live the first of every month. So whatever day the first of the month is, he's going to be doing his lives. So are you guys reading the comments? Because RB Nanny has a question for you, Bonnie.
Am I enjoying my greenhouse? Yes, I have my coffee in my greenhouse every morning. The electrician actually was out and has all of the supplies ordered. And I'm hoping that'll be done. I think he said he's coming Tuesday to put in all the electrical. So I'm getting the chandelier installed and some light switches and yay.
Okay, I want to come up
So
for drinks when you get it all done.
Yes. We'll set it all up and have some drinks with the chandelier in the greenhouse.
And it better be cool.
And some of those cherry pierogies.
I will bring cherry pierogies. Yes, I will bring cherry pierogies. The Slava will be with us in spirit.
Yes.
And it's 66. I know, my God, the temperature here it's crazy. What are we at today? Like yesterday we had like a high of like 69 or something. Like we were 70 degrees and it's like, yeah, right now it's 66 and which is 19.
We've been in 60s today too, but I love this weather. Like, because when it's 90, I cannot be in the garden and do my work. So when it's like 60, 70, I can go and do as much as I can. And then on hot days, I just relax inside.
Yeah. No, I'm not complaining about like the time. Like I like it like 70s. Mid 70s is my favorite. Like I would be happy mid 70s year round. I should be living in San Diego. But I live in Canada instead. But it's just like my peppers.
Yeah.
My peppers are saying, "What's up?" Because I'm growing some hot peppers this year, and like they really want.
Yeah, they need the heat.
Yeah. I do have a pepper video coming up, but I have these like Jamaican hot chocolate. They're called.
Nice.
Starting to get some flowers. I have some cayenne. I have some ornamental. Chinese ornamentals. I've got Bolivian rainbow. I've got candlelight.
That's a lot.
And my Buena Mulatas are amazing. They are producing like I've never seen. They're
Are those the purple ones? The long, skinny purple ones? Yeah.
They are loaded with fruit on those. So I tasted one and it tasted like a green, like the flavor of like a crisp green bell pepper.
Oh.
Bit of a kick.
They look like they'd be really spicy.
They're supposed to be spicy, but it's apparently as the colors change as they age on the vine. And as they change colors, they're supposed to get spicier. So the purple is the most mild. So we shall see. I don't mind. I like spicy and I like not spicy. I like to be able to just kind of throw them in with your eggs in the morning and not, worry about them falling off.
Yeah, we have I have all the bell peppers that I started, and then I was given some seeds of, they were just called little purple peppers, and where I got them from, we didn't know if they're going to be hot or not. So they are growing and they do have some little peppers on them. My son actually picked one of the bell peppers that was growing. He thought it was finished and came in the house with it the other day. And I'm like, no, that was my biggest pepper. But lots more peppers that are growing out there. We just need some more heat. We need the heat to come back to get them to grow.
Renee, you need to send the heat up north a bit. Not a lot.
Yeah.
Not a lot. Just like send like maybe 10 degrees. They'll drop you down into the 80s. It'll pump us back up into the 70s. That'll be good. A nice balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, weirdly enough, when we went on vacation last week to Wisconsin, it was super hot. Like, I didn't ask anybody to water my garden because I thought, well, it's going to be okay for 2-3 days. But when I came back, my garden was in terrible shape. Everything is like, but when I watered it, it bounced back. Most of it bounced back. So, but now that we're not on vacation, it's like cold, and I'm like, couldn't it be cold when we were out there?
Yeah.
Okay, have you all seen RB Nanny's video about like her ensemble that she wears when she's out gardening?
Yeah, and
And this fan,
Yes.
Cute.
Yes.
she's got this fan that goes around her neck and it goes under the hat. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. That would be great for like any you go to Wonderland for the day, you're going fishing out in the boat,
Yeah.
you're
I
having
need
a
something
hot
that does keep
flash.
the mosquitoes away.
I mean, you could market this to, women of a certain age, just going to the mall. Here's your personal, you're having a hot flash, crank that baby on. We're good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your peppers and okra are confused. Not hot in Wisconsin. Yeah, the weather is just so weird. And then, like, I grew up in Oregon, and my feed last week was just full of people over there just freaking out. Like, they got up to like 115. Like, oh. I think the only thing saving them was the fact that it was like a dry heat, right? Like, I think they were at like 15% humidity, where here, we average like what, 70, 80% humidity.
It's humid here too.
The Beverly Hillbillies. Hey, whatever works.
Yeah.
That's all right. 5A. See, this is the thing is I don't even really know 100% which zone I'm in because I keep getting wrong different messages. So I believe I'm in zone 5B, US zone 5B, but Canadian
That's what I am.
zone 6A. Because Canada, because US
depends what zone do you want. Do you want 5B or a 6? You can just pick whatever you want.
I just want to know. Actually, at this point, it doesn't matter. I'm not buying any more perennials or trees or anything. So at that point, it doesn't matter. And if I did, I would just make sure it goes to a 5. So I'm good in case we get like a free cold winter.
Yeah.
But I think we could have been upgraded as well, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Possibly.
So,
I'm
don't
in
know.
Chicago, and Chicago is like one half is zone 6A, and the other half is 5B. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm somewhere in the middle. So I don't know what. So I just to be safe, I'll be 5B.
I'm in like the northwest corner of Brampton, almost to like the next town, which is Georgetown, and they're like. Their like first and last frost date is almost like 2 weeks different than Brampton.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And so I'm like, do I go with theirs or do I go with ours? But there is a bit of a valley.
Yeah.
I'm near like the Niagara Escarpment as it kind of goes up on an angle. So I'm south of it. So we have like the slightly more mild weather. Because once you get up onto that, like, what's that road up there? Is it? It's not 50. What is the one that goes? The one that you're on. What's that main? The main
Airport
highway
road?
across? No, across the other direction.
400.
Like Shop Barn and whatever.
The 400 highway.
No,
Oh.
no, going north, south, east, west. Okay, here's the thing: is people in this area. Okay, when I moved here. Right, we didn't have GPS, we didn't have Google. I moved here in 03, right? We didn't have any of that. We had maps, okay? So I pull out a map to give my husband directions, like to go to some job in like downtown Toronto or whatever. And I'm like, oh, get on the west, get on east, whatever, because I'm looking at the map, north, south, east, west. But Toronto thinks that they are the center of the universe. And so if you look at the map, the 400, the 410, the 400, they all go like this. But it's called north and south. And then the 401 goes like this, and it says east and west. The 410 should be northeast to southwest. I mean, it's just, if you're looking at a regular map, it makes no sense with the way they've named and done the highways. So rant over. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, when I go to get on the 400, I'm coming up from somewhere and I'm like 400 and it's like east or west, east or west. I'm like, north. I need you to go north. So yeah.
Oh, we don't have this issue here. In Chicago, it's just like straight lines, perpendicular. It's so easy to figure things out.
Yeah.
That I got spoiled, you know. I got used to the simplicity.
Yeah.
Now, when I visited Wisconsin, and we were in Dallas area, like half an hour from Dallas in Reedsburg, and it's all just farmland, and they don't even have like streets named. It's just some numbers, and I was like, "Oh my God, where do?" And GPS didn't work. I had no like my T-Mobile didn't work, so no data and no service, and I had to figure things out, and it was just so hard. I struggled. We were like driving around trying to find that bed and breakfast farm that we booked. It took us like so long, but we made it. Eventually we made it. It was crazy.
I do love maps. I love maps. My dad used to always have like the Rand McNally Atlas book, and you could flip through. And even now, like if I'm in the car and I'll punch something in on Google Maps, and then I do the zoom in, and I see all the little streets, or I'll zoom out, and then like some I'm in another country, and my husband's like, "Where do we turn?" Oh wait, so I'm really grateful for the Google Maps lady, because I don't get in trouble for not paying attention to giving directions anymore. So it has been helpful. But I do love just looking at maps and seeing the area. And it really helped when I moved here. Like I would be, I'd be sitting in the car and he'd go in for 15, 20 minutes to look at a job, to do a bid. And I would literally just study the map where we were at and all the cross streets and whatever to figure out where to go. So I hadn't been here very long, and I knew how to get around, Toronto better than a lot of my neighbors who had lived there their whole life, because they just never drove downtown. Good night. Thank you so much. Thank you for the gift card. I don't know what I'm going to spend it on yet, but I will decide, and it will be garden related, and I will let you all know. Thank you so much. Guten Jardening. We did the Wisconsin Dells family vacation when we were the kids. The house on the rock. We were there. It was so hot, and the ducks boats. Well, that's cool. That's a nice remember.
We didn't do that.
Memory. That's a nice memory.
Yeah.
We used to do some kind of road trips, take the motorhome or drive. We can't do that because my daughter gets car sick.
Aww.
You have no idea the theme. The theme is ladies' night with our iced teas. Our iced teas. We were just talking about our gardens. What did you miss? Slava here in the middle was showing us her tincture collection that she does with her herbs and everything. So make sure you check out her channel, which is Kitchen Garden Therapy, and we will pop the link in because Arizona Kid is gone now. I'm going to do my own work now. I'll pop the link in there. And so she is going to be having more videos, I'm assuming, on making your own herbal tinctures, some teas, all that good stuff. And Miss Bonnie over there is enjoying her brand new greenhouse. So if you're interested in a greenhouse and how to assemble a greenhouse, then she can tell you about that. I was complaining about aphids and earwigs and all the rain we've been having, because we've had so much rain.
The creepy crawlies in the garden.
Yeah.
And I can't put anything out. I can't use the diatomaceous earth, which is expensive. I went to Canadian Tire. It's like $40 for a kilogram bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Or it's $10 for the little tiny container thingy. I know. It's like, well, it's got to be done, but then I didn't buy it because I thought, well, I'll wait and see if I can see it on sale. Because I got time. I got to wait till, the rain's done anyways, right? So.
Yeah. I never use anything in my garden. I just go there and with them manually. I just pick them up, smash them, and throw them out.
I can't find them.
Oh.
I can't find them. I'll go and I'll check the whole thing, and I might see like one or two. Like I don't like the slugs. Like I've only seen a handful. I just see the disaster that they create.
They're playing hide and seek with you.
Yeah, it's like they see me coming. It's like, ooh,
We better hide.
better hide. Don't let anyone find you. Okay, so hopefully this is Slava's link. So if you're not following her and you want to learn more, she just had a lovely recipe for some sour cherry preserves, was it?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So what's the difference with what makes it preserves versus like jams or jelly?
Okay, so preserves is the whole fruit in syrup. So you don't smash it, you don't blend it.
Oh,
It's whole chunks of fruit in the syrup. And then jam you can just smash it, you can blend it, you can do whatever you want. And you basically, with jam, you cook it down until it becomes this jammy consistency that you can spread on the toast. And with preserves, even when you open the preserves, you can still see those pieces of fruit swimming in the syrup, So that's the main difference.
okay.
But I love them both. Like I like experiment with different things and see which one is turning out the better way. Like for strawberry, I like it when it's jam, but for sour cherries, when it's jammy, it doesn't taste as well as when it's a complete fruit.
Yeah, okay. I knew the difference between jam and jelly.
Jelly is just clear.
Jelly's just clear. I made crab apple jelly last year with the neighbor across the street's crab apples, and it was so good. I have this much left in my jar. My last jar I made. So I'm watching that tree. I'm like, you better hurry up because I'm almost out, and it's been very good.
Yeah,
I call the GPS. I used to call my husband the girlfriend. Changed it to the British voice. And the lady with the British voice, and so I would call it his girlfriend because he would listen to her and not me.
I tried last year. Tried making different flavors of jelly. Like I tried peony jelly, lilac jelly, and some other. I think hibiscus and something else, and it turned out good. I liked it. This year, I want to try making mint or basil jelly, or maybe even both, because I have a ton of mint growing.
Do you like lamb?
I do.
That's the only time I've ever had mint jelly is with lamb. I've never had it.
I've never had it, but I want to try. So I love lamb chops. Like
Yeah,
that's the best meat for me.
I'm not a big fan of lamb. It's a bit gamey. I just can't.
Well, you gotta know how to prepare it.
I've had it, the best lamb ever, and everyone else goes nuts for it. And for me, I'm just.
I'm buying lamb racks and I'm cutting them down, and then I'm using balsamic vinegar as my marinade, and that helps with the smell. And I've tried all kinds of different recipes, and I didn't like any of them except this one. So now I always make sure to have balsamic vinegar in my fridge just for lamb.
That's the recipe. I used to make it for my parents because my parents love lamb and I like to cook. So I used to make it, and it was balsamic vinegar that you reduce with rosemary.
Yes, and garlic.
Anise.
Oh, I don't like anise. With lamb, I don't like it.
I don't like anise, and I don't like lamb. But together in this recipe, it was amazing. It was like candied. It was so good. Mm-hmm. And then a few years ago, my neighbor made some lamb that was out of this world. She's Guyanese, and she had all these ingredients, and she had it marinating for like 3 or 4 days.
Wow.
Like, oh my God. And then they barbecued it, and then it just melted in your mouth. Oh my God, it was so good. She gave me the recipe. I tried it. It turned out really, really nice. I should try and find that for you. You might like it. It's kind of just a totally different take on that.
Yeah,
I can handle like some curry goat. I can take some curry goat. It's too much. We would love to have you visit Canada at some point. Come on through. Once the border opens, come on through. And then RB, Renee had a question for you, Slava. You have done how many lives now? Any tips for those of us who have not done it? I think this is my third. I have to double check. I don't know. It seems like more than that, but I think I've done three, or I've either done 3 or 4. I'll check my channel. It will tell me on there. I don't know. Just just do it. Just do it. Yeah. Because Slava here was too nervous to try. And so I told her when I had my last live 2 weeks ago, I'm doing them every other week. I told her, I said, well, if you're too nervous to try it on your own, join me. So I told her and Bonnie, let's give it a go. Let's try it on the next one. I'll bring you guys on. And then before I even had a chance, like the next 2 days, every live I saw, there's Slava on the screen. She was like popped into everyone's live.
Well, I had to try it. I'm like that. If I'm planning to do something, I better do it right away before the doubts, overwhelm me. So
that's my advice, is to just do it. Yeah. Just do it. And if you're nervous about it, you are more than welcome to join me on my next live in 2 weeks. And you can either come and like hang out the whole time, or you can just come on for a 5-10 minute little bit, and I can ask you some questions, do a little interview. I don't understand why mint jelly goes with meat. Some British person did it years ago, and they liked it.
Rachel, I need to go. So
okay, no problem. It was so nice to have you with us, and I don't know what happened to Bonnie. Hopefully, she's all right.
Bye.
Probably just a storm rolling through. Thank you so much, Slava. Thank you. Roasted garlic jelly. Ooh, that sounds good. I'm happy with absolutely anything garlic. So how many lives? So I've done 1, 2, 3. I've done 3. So this is my 4th. And then I have the other one that I'm going to have to delete because I didn't realize I had to set it up through StreamYard because I hadn't used StreamYard yet. So, oh yeah, Bonnie just messaged me and said, sorry, she is having internet issues because of the rain. So that's too bad, but it was fun. I'm really glad they joined me tonight. That was a nice little ladies' night. I miss hanging out with people. I miss hanging out with my friends. And it's been really nice getting to meet everyone in the gardening community. I cannot get over the support and the sense of camaraderie in the YouTube gardening community, which you can't really find. Some of the Facebook groups are really great, and some of them are they get a little cranky. So it's really nice. I haven't seen any of that over on YouTube. In the chats, everyone just seems to be, hanging out and having fun. Oh, thanks, Renee. Let me know. Message me if you want to come and pop up here. I mean, even if you want to just do it right now really quick, I can send you a link and you can try it out, or you can wait until next time. Doesn't matter to me. When will the border open? Right now they're saying July 21st, but every month they have been delaying it another month. So I don't know. And then even though the border is open, I don't know what the restrictions are on like a 2-week quarantine or something like that. It's still pretty... Even when they open it, they don't really want to encourage travelers. So I don't know if I would save up your money for next year, maybe. I don't know if I'd put any... I don't know when it will actually be open. Maybe this fall, and you can come drive through and see a beautiful show of fall colors, the leaves training and everything. I couldn't get the StreamYard to work. Huh. I didn't have any trouble. I was a little worried, so I did watch an instructional video this evening beforehand. It was about 20-30 minutes long, and he kind of just showed you how to set everything up. He did not apparently discuss how to set up a moderator. That was the one thing that was missing. You look like... No worries, I get you. If you've been out in the garden and it's hot and sweaty, then for sure we will wait another time. No worries about that. So does anyone have any questions? It is getting late. It's almost 9 o'clock. Oh my goodness. The time just flew tonight. It was so fun having them on here. And what a wealth of knowledge there Slava is with all those tinctures. And I really hope she does a few more. I'm growing a lot of herbs. I have like mint and I got cinnamon basil and lemon basil and red basil and regular basil. And I want to do some dehydrating with them. And I want to do the calendula and all of that. But it's like, I don't know what to do with them after I know how to grow them. And I can cut them. But I'm not exactly sure what to do on the processing. Like so far with basil in the past, I've just, kind of blended it up in the food processor and added in some olive oil and froze it. Or I'll make pesto, or I make bruschetta, or I just like mix it in everything. And yeah, we should ever do a live. Like we could do like they do on TV where it's like I got all my stuff set up and then she's got her stuff set up. And then I like try to follow along and do it with her and make a mess of it or whatever. It would be fun. So I would like to say thank you to everyone that joined us in the live chat tonight and to anyone that is watching this later. Thank you so much for coming. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to check out their links for Bonnie and Slava. And I'm excited to see Bonnie's finished greenhouse. She is like 40 minutes north of me. So we would like to do a collab in real life. I think that would be fun. Maybe check out her greenhouse, have a few drinks in the greenhouse. That sounds like a good time to me. So if anyone else would like to do a collab like this and wants to join me for a live and hang out, you can do it you can stay the whole time. You can pop in for 5-10 minutes, do a quick question and answer if you have anything like that. If you have any questions for me really quick before I go, I will have a pepper video up. I'm not exactly sure I'm hoping it will be Sunday for my Sunday video, but it's just going to be kind of weather permitting at this point. I was out with an umbrella today doing some filming, but I can't, I don't want to do that for the pepper video because I need to kind of like hold my cards. I'm going to have to hold my note cards because I'm trying so many different varieties of peppers this year that I've never grown before. I've never seen or heard of. I have no idea what they taste like, so I will be having some cheat sheets on it. All right, Danny is in next time. So maybe Danny and Renee can join me. Let's see what the date on that will be. Hold on. So that would be July 22nd. So July 22nd is my next scheduled live. So I'll put that in the chat. You are close to Canada, so it is on the list. What is the closest border city for you? I don't know if it's Paula or Randy or both of you typing right now. So I could mix your name. I could call you Pandy or Raula. Your choice. Which city are you closest to, like crossing a border? I'm trying to picture where. You know where I want to go? I want to go to Mackinac Island sometime. I want to go to Mackinac Island and I want to tour it. And unfortunately, there's like no really direct way from where I'm at. I would have to go up and around a Great Lake either way. Northern Wisconsin. So you're near there, right? See, I need a map. Where's the map? Give me the map. Let me see. So northern Wisconsin, yeah. See, I've never been there. I've been as far. I grew up in Oregon. We did a road trip and we went to North Dakota, South Dakota, and then back. So northern Wisconsin, yeah. So your closest border city, I guess, would be Thunder Bay. So you'd be right across from like Thunder Bay, Ontario. Wisconsin, and then Minnesota. I have a lot of family in Minnesota. That is right. You met Laura? Oh my gosh. That is awesome. That would be so nice. Yeah, I saw her video of when she did Mackinac. Was that last summer or the summer before? That'd be awesome. There you go. Thank you so much, Slava, for answering that question. Yes, she is from Ukraine. And yes, that is why she was talking about and her recipe for sour cherry preserve. She talked about the fact that you can also make sour cherry pierogies. And I was like, what? And then I happened to go to the Polish store today and I got myself a bag of, okay, so you can see my face. You can't see the bag. Can you see it there? cherry pierogies. So we had those tonight with some ice cream, and they were absolutely delicious. So yeah, your closest place would be, I guess, Thunder Bay. You're bordering. You'd have to go through Minnesota. You could kind of go up and around through Ontario, all the way around, down through Algonquin, and then pop through Toronto on the way back. You got to go see Niagara Falls. That would be a nice little trip. Go down through Chicago and across. Yeah, I've made it as far from Oregon to North Dakota and then South Dakota and all of that. And then I've been, to New York. I've been to Buffalo, and then I've been like down to like New York City, and we went and did like Connecticut and some of those. And I've done a lot of the southern states, but kind of that central heartland part of the U.S. I've like Chicago. I've only been to for like the airport. I've never been to. Well, I did go to Detroit. No, I went to. Was it Detroit? I've just been to the border because I had to go across there, but that's it. So I haven't really been through. It is just Paula. Randy doesn't know how to computer. I hear you. My husband, he does know how to computer, but he doesn't do any social media. So, hey, Broke Farmer 76, you're just popping in at the end. Did you see my video? I did my why I love to garden hashtag. I hope I tagged it properly. I'm not sure. But I did do that video last Sunday. It went out. Yeah, it went out Sunday. And it was kind of just a raw video that I uploaded from my phone because my computer decided to die on me on Saturday night. And I had to take it apart and make sure the fan was working and everything. So I just did a straight upload from the touchpad. So it was kind of, yeah. I mean, I don't know if you really want to go see Thunder Bay. I wouldn't really go up that way. And if you do go, you have to stay at Thunder Bay. You got to go to Thunder Bay if you want to go up there. That's how you got to go through there. Yeah, I would recommend coming and doing Southern Ontario. It's better. Southern Ontario is better. Although my family's from Minnesota. My grandma is born in Bemidji, Minnesota. So I do have a lot of Scandinavian, Norwegian heritage there from Minnesota, and some are in North Dakota as well. Yeah, I know, Bonnie. You were like, oh, she was abducted by aliens, apparently. But glad you're okay, and hopefully you don't get, well, you finally get some rain. Hopefully you don't get too much of a storm up there. Hopefully your greenhouse is all right and you don't have anything close enough to land on it. But yeah, we've just been getting so much rain. My gosh, just inundated with rain everywhere. So yeah, it's been a bit of a slog the last few weeks. So I'm gonna go to the beach. Your internet sucks in the rain as well. Yeah, I have problems with my Wi-Fi sometimes when it's stormy, but otherwise, I mean, we're in the city, right? We're in the GTA here, just outside of Toronto, so we don't get like that crazy weather that knocks out our internet too much. Sometimes just like we watch like the antenna TV because we can pick up the US channels that way. From Buffalo on the antenna, and so sometimes like if we get a storm coming through, then it will affect the antenna. So good night, Renee. You got 2 weeks and then you're up. All right, so get yourself ready, get yourself prepared. Make sure to bring your fan in case you get too warm if you get nervous. And yeah, I look forward to that. So yeah, so in 2 weeks I will be doing another live, and I will be joined by 2 other lovely gardening ladies, and that is going to be Renee and Danny. So Renee from RB the Garden Nanny, and Danielle from Wicked Awesome Gardening. And anyone else that wants to pop in, let me know sometime. It doesn't have to be just women. Men are welcome as well. So if you want to come in sometime, Broke Farmer, men in the garden. It's funny you say that, because all of my neighbors, my friends, my husband's friend, the people that I ended up, giving seedlings to, I would say easily 75% of them are men. The wives are like, I don't know what he grows out there. He's out there. So it's all the men that are growing and gardening around here. So that's exciting. Great night. Have a good night. All right. I'm going to say good night. Check on the kid. check on the dog, who I'm sure is sound asleep. I hear some noises going on in the house, but thank you so much for everyone for joining me. I do have a video going up tomorrow morning at 8 in the morning, and it is about just a quick update of all the rain in my front yard. And then I will be working on my pepper video as soon as I get some dry spells and I can get out there and actually get some decent shots and footage of the peppers. So good night, and thanks for joining. And thanks for joining. How do I end it?